All right, so welcome to another Camaro restoration episode. And if you happen to catch the last episode, I took the front bumper cover off, and that thing fought me for like 2 days, not continuously for 2 days, but I really spent a lot of time trying to get that thing off, trying not to damage it. It's really, to me, a brittle piece of what feels like plastic. And there were so many nuts and bolts and screws holding that thing on, it was just a real pain to get off. So I really wrestled with that thing, but now that that's out of the way, it definitely exposes the front bumper, and that actually looks pretty easy to get off. And I don't want to say that too loudly because she might hear me and then turn around and make it very difficult for me. But the front bumper I want to take off, and then I also want to take off the fenders and clear some room out so I can get to the engine and pull the engine and motor out and get that stuff out of the way. So one of the positive things about taking off that front bumper cover, and I can't really think of more than one positive thing, but the one positive thing is that by taking that off, you've already taken off a lot of the screws, bolts, whatever, for your front fenders. And all the other fender bolts are fairly easy to get to. And these are the ones that are kind of up in that front corner, and they're already out of the way. So I'll show you guys those bolt holes, and there's one more bolt there, and I'll walk around the fenders and show you guys all the bolts, and then go ahead and take one of the fenders off. Now, I'm only going to film one fender removal because the other one will be exactly the same. And then if I can get to the inner fenders and get those off, I'll go ahead and do that as well. So let's get into it and let's see how far we get. All right, so like I said, the first thing I'm going to do is take this bumper off. And it doesn't look like it's held on by much, but I could be mistaken. So let me show you a couple bolts I see. So it looks to me like the arm of this thing comes down around and bolts to the frame, and you've got a bolt right there and a bolt right there. All right, so there's a brace there as well. I'm gonna have to undo that. There's one on both sides right underneath the windshield washer reservoir, and that's 3 bolts. If this thing comes out with 3 bolts, I'll be really surprised, but let's give it a try. All right, so in the front bumper so far, I've gotten 1 bolt out. It's got some ridges on the bottom there, so I had to hit it with a hammer to knock it out. But I'm gonna go, I've got the other bolt loose as well. I'm gonna go to the other side, loosen those, and then I'm gonna leave that one in there for now, and then I'll see if I can get this whole bumper off in one piece, which would be really nice. All right, so there's the front bumper laying on the ground. I got my stepson actually out here to give me a hand with it. And with his help, we were able to just drop this thing down. And it all came off in one piece with just those 4 bolts and those 2 braces that I pointed out earlier. So that's done. Now let's move on to the fenders. All right, so you remember how I said this was gonna be easy, right? Well, I guess she heard me because this is where I'm at now. I was gonna start with this fender and gonna take the tire off to make it a little easier to access all the screws underneath the, in the wheel well there. And that lug nut there broke free and is just spinning. So the lug nut is on the threads of the actual lug, but it's just spinning in place. So if anybody knows an easy fix or a home remedy for that, please let me know, because I'm all ears, because this looks like nothing but a pain to fix. All right, this is the driver's side fender, and I guess we're going to start here because I got that wheel and tire off, so that's a good start. All right, so when it comes to removing this fender, the first thing I want to do is kind of show you guys all of the bolts that, or all the screws that need to be removed. And with the front bumper cover off, it really makes it kind of easy to see at least this patch of bolts here, and there's quite a few of them. You've got all kinds of screws that come around like this. There's actually one left right there and come down that whole lip of that fender right here. The other group of bolts you got to take off are these right here, because that's going to hold this front fender to this front radiator support. All right, so over here I've got one left here, and then this is a threaded, the end of a screw, so I need to go in from the inside and get that one off, because that's certainly going to be holding that fender on. And that might be the lower fender at that point, but either way, they're both got to come off. All right, and then the screws across the top, you've got one in here in your door jamb right there. All right, so on the top, you've got a screw there. You've got a screw right here, kind of on the side there. And then all the way at the front, you have these two right here. So I'm going to take off these top screws last, just so I can be standing up when the fender hopefully releases and I can catch it and it doesn't get damaged in the removal process. All right, over on the side of the car, there should be two screws under here. I haven't confirmed that yet, but I will in just a second. And then in your wheel well, you've got screws that go all the way around that lip, all the way down, so you've got to get all those out. And that's why I removed the tire, just to make that a little bit easier. And the only other thing I see that needs to be removed is that lower fender brace there, because I believe it bolts into the radiator core support. All right, well, I'm going to get into this and I'm going to start taking out all these bolts. All right, so I got the fender off, and here's what it looks like without the fender on it. Really opens it up, really gives you some access to really your whole front end, your engine, your brake booster, all that stuff. I didn't even know the proportioning valve was right there below the master cylinder, but it is. So that's easier to get to with this fender off. So right here you can see that the car was definitely not taken apart when it was painted. White is the original color, and there's some white paint right there. The other thing I want to show you is when I took this fender off, I kind of scratched the car right there. Didn't mean to do it, but you really kind of got to pop those things out of place, and it kind of jumped up on me, and I scratched it down here as well. Put a little scratch on it right there as well, and that's on the bottom of the door. So other than that, everything looks really good on this side. I'm going to take the other fender off, but let me show you something that a couple of things I found on the fender I did take off. So really up in this area of the fender here, hey look, there's a key lock. See that in there? Maybe there's a spare key in there for the car. I don't know. It's a pretty cool place to put one though. So nothing really bad up here on this end or down here. The one spot, and it's a trouble spot on these cars that doesn't look as good as down here. It's a little mangled up and it's just dirty. And then over here, it's got a little surface rust there. Not bad, but a little bit. But what I really wanted to show you on this fender was the other side. So let me flip it over and I'll show you. All right, so this is the bottom of the quarter panel that goes up next to the door, and you can kind of see a little bit of surface rust there, not bad. What was concerning to me that I found was those bubbles in the paint right there, and we all know what that is. That's definitely some rust about to come through, and I never noticed that before. but it's there. So that's an issue. I'm going to give it some thought. If anybody has any ideas how to fix something like that, or does it even need to be fixed, please let me know. Put a comment down there in the comment section. Let me know what you think. All right, so the key locker in there was not hiding a key, but it did have a flathead bit in it. So throw that in the collection, and you just never know what you're going to find on these old cars. So one other thing I forgot to mention was the shims in your fenders, and to make sure you keep track of how many were used and which bolt holes they were used on. So this bolt hole right here up on the front cowl, there was 2 shims, and you can kind of see the outline of the shim there. And then the bolt hole that's in there by the door, it has a similar outline of the shim, and there was 1 shim there. And that was it, just 3 shims on my entire fender. All right, so I'm going to get busy and get this other fender off. All right, so here's what this side of the car looks like without the fender on, and the inner fender. Got a little bit of surface rust there on that grill support. Blown out body mount for sure there. And other than that, looks pretty good. All right, as far as shims go, there was 2 shims here. They're still right there. Those are nice because they stay in place. There was 1 shim here on this bolt. I know you can't see that, but you know which one I'm talking about. There was 1 right here. And then there was 1 on each of the bottom bolts down there. So quite a few shims on this side of the fender. And I'll be honest with you, the fenders didn't line up great. So I wasn't too concerned about where the shims were, but I still want to kind of just record it so I can go back and watch it, and I'll know where at least a starting point when I go to put this thing back together. All right, so in comparison to the last Camaro episode, I can tell you that I'm less frustrated with this one, and I'm actually really happy with the progress that I've made. I got the front bumper off, I got the fenders off, and I got the inner fenders off. And for people who do this all the time or who have worked on these old Gen 2 Camaros, taking the fenders off, probably not that big of a deal, but first time doing it and learning as I go, not being as familiar with the car, I'm pretty happy with the progress that I've made. So coming up next, I'm going to start working on this front end. I'm going to get that radiator core support out. It looks like, I haven't really looked at it, but there's a couple of pretty big bolts that look like body mounts. I got to get those off, and I got to unhook the radiator, drain that, start disconnecting things from the engine. All right, so that's going to do it for this Camaro episode. You know, I had a lot of fun doing this video particularly. I really enjoyed taking those fenders off. Really appreciate you guys checking out the video. Thanks for your support of the channel. And as always, thanks for watching. I think I'm going to go find a cold beer because it's beer 30.